Hi everyone, so let us start with today's session. So we are continuing the topic, the advent of Europeans to India. In the previous session we have understood why did the European countries enter to India? It is because of the trade. We were rich in our spices, so taking that as an advantage, Europeans entered India and there were many problems which arose. That is, Constantinople was the gate of trade. Later it got attacked by Ottoman Turks, and then the route to enter India was closed. And again the Portuguese people re-established the trade by giving a new sea route, and later on came other European countries like French, Dutch and English. So we also understood about each companies, that is East India Company, United East India Company. So how did they advent into India and what were their strategies? So everything we have understood, and how they started purchasing the places here and established their firm kingdom here. So we have understood that. So now to continue, as we know, both of this Portuguese and Dutch, they went back from India due to the heavy competitions amongst the French and English. They were not able to face the competition given by the French and English. So Portuguese and Dutch left India. Okay. Now there are only two players, that is the French and the English. So between them, now consecutive 3 wars will happen, that is Carnatic War 1, 2 and 3. Prior to the war, let us understand what happened in the background. Okay, so there was a person called Asaf Jah. So he was the person who established the Hyderabad kingdom in the year 1724. Okay. Asaf Jah was the king of Hyderabad and he established his kingdom in the year 1724, and he was successful doing his rule there. He had a feudatory ruler. Feudatory is, so he had multiple places but could not go and rule there. So he will adopt, in the absence of Asaf Jah, adopt giving some other ruler, giving the authority to some other ruler. Okay, the control is with Asaf Jah, but the other ruler will help him by doing the administration. So the feudatory ruler called Dost Ali, he was in a place called Carnatic. Okay, this is East Tamil Nadu. Presently it is East Tamil Nadu, which is again one of the seaports. So there Dost Ali was ruling, but this Dost Ali was not loyal to Asaf Jah. What is this not loyal? So anything that is collected in terms of trade or in terms of administration, so he was not loyal. So this was the situation in Hyderabad and in Carnatic. So later what happened? Dost Ali was attacked by Maratha kings. Okay, the Maratha ruler, the name is not mentioned. They attacked Dost Ali and they killed him. So now Carnatic is occupied by whom? It is occupied by the Maratha rulers. Okay. Now what happens next? We'll see. So once they attacked him and defeated him, and in the year 1760 they looted the entire kingdom. Almost the entire kingdom was looted, the Carnatic kingdom, by the Maratha people. This disturbed Asaf Jah, and in between entered the French and English people. So why did they come here? Because they saw Indians were not united and they were fighting amongst themselves. If you see, Asaf believed in Dost Ali, but Dost Ali was not loyal. Finally he lost to Marathas. So when English and French observed each and every consequences, they took an advantage. How did they enter into this? They started supporting each other. French supported this, the Asaf Ali, and English supported the Carnatic people. So now what happens? There comes the rivalry between English and French. Their intention was to support Indians and eliminate them from their kingdoms and go and rule the kingdom of India or any places. That was their intention. This was not understood by our rulers, so they believed in French and English. Okay, so we'll see what happens next. So one more thing, Dost Ali's son-in-law was, there was Dost Ali's son-in-law called as Chanda Sahib. So he was imprisoned by the Marathas, because when they killed Dost Ali, they thought this person may come into the throne. So they also imprisoned him. They put him in the prison. So now the Marathas were successfully they had looted all the kingdom and everything. But now Asaf Jah, he fought with them. Asaf Jah, because it belongs to Asaf Jah, right? So he fought with the Maratha people, and he appointed a person called Anwaruddin as the king for Carnatic. So far what happened? Asaf Jah was the king of Hyderabad, and he had a neighboring kingdom of his own. So he had appointed Dostali to Carnatic. But Dostali, since he was not loyal, so he did not inform many ongoing issues in the kingdom. So Marathas attacked them and they looted the kingdom, and hence Dostali is also killed. Later, Dostali's son-in-law called Chanda Sahib, who was imprisoned by the Marathas. Okay, but Asaf Jah came in the middle and he appointed another person called Anwaruddin to the Carnatic. So now what is the situation? In Hyderabad, Asaf Jah is ruling. In Carnatic, Anwaruddin is ruling. Now comes the French and English people's interference. So now, because French and English are entering, the whole period is called as the First Carnatic War. It is all due because they fight for a place called Carnatic. Hence, this is First Carnatic War, and this was held between 1746 to 1748. About 2 years, this rivalry went on, and people fought against each other. So, what happened? The Dupleix, you know, the French governor, who was a very powerful person, who had an ambition to set French Empire in India, who came at the end of the 16th century. Yesterday we had discussed that. So Dupleix, what he did, he requested one of his French military leader, okay, French military leader called as Bourdonnais. Okay, it's all difficult to spell. Bourdonnais. He was a person, French military leader who belongs to France. So both were friends. So Dupleix invited him. Why did he invite? Because by then we had understood English people had all the important seaports, that is Mumbai, Madras is Chennai, and Calcutta. Everywhere they were already available. So Dupleix thought that individually he cannot fight against this English people. So he invited Bourdonnais to come and invade Madras, to come and attack Madras. Okay, so he came from Mauritius. He was taking care of Mauritius region earlier, so he came to Madras and he occupied it. Now, English people got insecure because English were having their St. George fort was there, and they were doing the trade near the seaport. So all those things were going on, right? So now English people got little bit insecure. So and they didn't have any enough army to fight against him because he was very powerful. He used all the modern techniques. So now the nearby place is Carnatic. Okay, the Carnatic, Hyderabad are all nearby to that place. So he requested Anwaruddin, who was the present ruler of Carnatic, for military help. Okay, so now British requested Anwaruddin to help them to send this Bourdonnais back, but this failed. Anwaruddin's army could not defeat the Bourdonnais army. So finally Madras was lost. Madras went to Bourdonnais. But later Bourdonnais was greed for money. So English people paid huge amount to him. So he became disloyal to Dupleix because Dupleix had invited him to capture Madras. He did that. Though English people took the help of Anwaruddin, they failed. But now English people understood that his greed of money, and they paid him so much of money. So he went back to Mauritius, giving Madras to English. So again, English people got Madras. So this enraged Dupleix. That is, Dupleix became very angry because finally he was happy that Madras is French property now. So he was happy, but suddenly Bourdonnais gave and he went due to money. So this enraged Dupleix, and he thought of attacking on English and Anwaruddin because they both had formed an alliance. They both were friends and they attacked. But this failed, and finally all these issues went to Europe, because in Europe the queen who was hearing everything, all those things, the queen or the prince, they called them back. Both the English people and French people went to their home country or home continent, and there they were brought into an agreement, because European leaders didn't want English and French to quarrel like this in India. So they brought to a compromising situation. So hence mutual understanding, like giving some property for English or giving some property for French, and both stopped this war. And while stopping this war, they signed an agreement. These agreements are treaties, okay? So during these 3 Carnatic wars, we will be seeing 3 such treaties. So the first treaty is Aix-la-Chapelle, okay? Aix-la-Chapelle. It's quite European language, I think. So this was a treaty signed among English and French people to stop this war. So this ended First Carnatic War, okay? So let us revise what is First Carnatic War. What happened? After the Marathas killed Dostali, Asaf Jah appointed Anwaruddin to that place. And now Dupleix, who was a powerful person, wanted to occupy Madras, which was in English control. So he invited Bourdonnais. He came from Mauritius, who was a French military leader. He came and attacked Madras. English people were not strong enough, so they took the help of Carnatic ruler Anwaruddin. Later, even Anwaruddin's army could not defeat Bourdonnais, so it became Bourdonnais' property. Madras was captured by him. But later English understood that his greed of money, they paid them huge amount. So Bourdonnais took the money and left back, giving the Madras to them. But Dupleix got angered, he got enraged. So he again fought against English because it was about to get into a war. By that time, the European leaders called them back and they signed an agreement called Aix-la-Chapelle, where they ended First Carnatic War. And also, they shared some resources among themselves. Understood? Now let's go on to the next war, that is Second Carnatic War. Before that, we have to understand the background. You remember the Dostali's son-in-law Chanda Sahib, he is in prison, now he is released, and French and English people still have their rivalry because they both are supporting to 2 opposite parties. So we'll see what happens. We'll understand the background. So now before starting the Second Carnatic War, let us understand the background of it. What happened between First Carnatic War and Second Carnatic War. So now, so they have tried signed the treaty and they are not into the conflicts. But what happened? Asaf Jah, who was the Nawab of Hyderabad, was killed, or he was defeated or killed in the year 1748. That ended his rule. Now for Hyderabad, the competition began. Who is the next king? So Asaf Jah had presently he had 2 people. That is, one is his son called Nazir Jung. Other one is his daughter's son. That is grandson called Muzaffar Jung. Okay, one is the Nazir Jung, the son of Asaf Jah, and one more is his daughter's son Muzaffar Jung. So both were fighting for the throne because both were of same age. They were fighting for the throne. And in the meantime, in the Carnatic, what happened? Where Anwaruddin was ruling, so now the Chanda Sahib, who was imprisoned by the Marathas. Chanda Sahib is who? He was the son-in-law of Dostali, right? So he was imprisoned. That person is released now by the Marathas. He comes and he fights that I have to be the king here. So Anwaruddin is already a king who was appointed by Asaf Jah. Now both starts quarreling. Okay, here the fight is going on, here the fight is going on. Now again enter the French and English people, because we were not united. So there came these 2 people and they supported one of the each opponents. So what happened in Hyderabad? The English people supported Nazir Jung, the son of Asaf Jah. The same English people supported Anwaruddin here in Carnatic. Why? Because when Madras was occupied by Bourdonnais, Anwaruddin helped them, right? Though they did not defeat him, but Anwaruddin helped English. So now they told that we will help you to stay as a king or Nawab in the Carnatic. So English helped Nasir Jung in Hyderabad and Anwaruddin in Carnatic. Meanwhile, the French entered and they supported their opponents. So French supported Asaf Jah's daughter son Muzaffar Jung, and here the Chanda Sahib who was imprisoned by the Marathas. Okay, now you understood there are two people quarreling here, two people quarreling here, and each English and French are supporting one among the both places. Then what happens? Later, so they formed a combined force, that is the French, then Chanda Sahib here in the Carnatic and Muzaffar Jung here in the Hyderabad. French, Chanda Sahib and Muzaffar Jung. Three people togetherly, what they did? They killed Anwaruddin. Who all killed? Muzaffar Jung, French, Chanda Sahib. 1, 2, 3. They killed Anwaruddin. So that ended the rule of Anwaruddin in Carnatic. Later, that battle is called Ambur battle. Okay, Ambur is a famous place in Tamil Nadu which is famous for its biryani and etc. You see many biryani centers which are named with the name of Ambur, right? So there, Anwaruddin is killed by these three people. Now, Chanda Sahib will take up the throne. Then what happens? But for our fantasy, there is one more person entering called Muhammad Ali, who is the son of Anwaruddin. Okay, this Anwaruddin had a son called Muhammad Ali. He did not become the king, but he is there. Somebody is there to take the revenge because his father is killed, right? So he is there to take the revenge. Now, who is going to help him? The same English people. The English people supported his father. Now they are supporting the Muhammad Ali. And for few days they protected him in a place called Tiruchirappalli, which is again in Tamil Nadu. Tiruchirappalli, where Muhammad Ali was taken care by the English, he was getting trained or he was secured there because the situation has to come to normal. So meanwhile, what happened? Then in the year 1749, this combination happened and they killed Anwaruddin. Then there was his son Muhammad Ali who was secured by the English. But later, this Muzaffar Jung, after killing Anwaruddin, this Muzaffar Jung, French and Chanda Sahib killed Nasir Jung. Because in Hyderabad still they have not decided who is the king. Carnatic decided. So again those three people killed Nasir Jung and Muzaffar Jung became the king of Hyderabad. Did you get? The same three people killed Anwaruddin and made Chanda Sahib king here. Again the same three people killed Nasir Jung and made Muzaffar Jung as king. So in both the places French took their authority. The French were the winners in both the places. So this enraged British now because British lost in Hyderabad, British lost in Carnatic also. Okay. Then what happened? After few days, even Muzaffar Jung was killed. English people killed Muzaffar Jung also. Now the French is available, Chanda Sahib is available. Whereas Muzaffar Jung is dead. French did not keep quiet. What did they do? They appointed one more son of Asaf Jah. Asaf Jah had one more son called Salabat Jung. That Salabat Jung was appointed as the king for Hyderabad. Even now it is under French control because here it is Salabat Jung, there it is Chanda Sahib. Both are the friends of French. So English got still enraged. Okay, so this is the background of Second Carnatic War. Then English decided to do a war against them. That is called Second Carnatic War, which we will take up now. I'll again revise this background. That is, there was Asaf Jah who was killed in the year 1748. Once he was killed, then who is the next king? That was the competition. So there were two people. One is his own son called Nasir Jung. Another one is his daughter's son, that is grandson called Muzaffar Jung. Both were fighting for the throne. At the same time, in the Carnatic, there were two people. That is Anwaruddin, who was already appointed by Asaf Jah, was there. But the Marathas, who had imprisoned Dostali's son-in-law called Chanda Sahib, he came back. Now these both are fighting here. Anwaruddin and Chanda Sahib in Carnatic, Nasir Jung and Muzaffar Jung in Hyderabad, both are fighting. Then entered these French and English people. English people supported Nasir Jung in Hyderabad and Anwaruddin in Carnatic, whereas French people supported Muzaffar Jung in Hyderabad and Chanda Sahib in Carnatic. Now, the French, Chanda Sahib and Muzaffar Jung formed an ally. they combinedly killed Anvaruddin. First, they wanted to solve the problem of Carnatic. They killed Anvaruddin. Okay, now Anvaruddin is gone. Chanda Sahib became the king. Fine. This happened in the year 1749. That is 1 year later Asaf Jan's death. But this Anvaruddin had a son called Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali. So he was sheltered under English people. He was kept in a place called Tiruchirappalli. He is not brought into the picture still, but he is kept in the shelter of English people. Then later what happened? Again these three people, the French, Muzaffar Jang and Chanda Sahib, these three killed Nazir Jang here. They defeated and killed him. Now Nazir Jang got eliminated. Muzaffar Jang became the king. After becoming the Nawab or the king, a few days, English people killed Muzaffar Jang also. So immediately French people did not keep quiet. They brought another son of Asaf Jah called Salabat Jang. Okay, they brought him as the king to Hyderabad. So now this is the present situation. Now it is all under French control. English people are helpless or they are not getting the victory. So what happens in second Carnatic War we will see. Okay, we forgot one. Anvaruddin was killed in a battle called Ambur battle. Okay, very important. Okay, so now starts the second Carnatic War. So the background is analyzed. That is, in Hyderabad we have Salabat Jang, the other son of Asaf Jah. He is the Nawab who was appointed by the French people, and we have Chanda Sahib still successfully ruling in Carnatic. Then what happens? Again, English people got enraged and they started attacking on them. Now French got that awareness. Since they killed Muzaffar Jang in the background of the second Carnatic War, they thought of bringing a security officer for them. So they called a powerful officer called Musi, who was a foreign officer who provided security for the Salabat Jang, also for the French people, because English were attacking them frequently, right? To get protected, they brought a kind of commander for them. Okay, so this was the situation. Later, English people also thought of bringing a powerful person to change the circumstances, isn't it? So they brought a person called Robert Clive, who came from England. Robert Clive actually joined as a clerk to English East India Company, but he was very powerful. He brought many strategies in politically, administratively, also in terms of conducting wars. So Robert Clive, what he did, he attacked on Arcot. Which is this Arcot? Arcot was the capital of Carnatic. Okay, for each kingdom there should be a capital, right? So Arcot was a trading center and it was capital of Carnatic. So it is attacked by Robert Clive now. Chanda Sahib is French friend, right? Now Robert Clive attacked it. Chanda Sahib got defeated. Later he was put in jail. Later he is killed. Okay, so what did happen? Due to the entry of Robert Clive, the entire scene changed now. Robert Clive attacked Arcot. Now Chanda Sahib came to fight against them. He was defeated, imprisoned, then killed. Now comes Muhammad Ali. Who is Muhammad Ali? Son of Anvaruddin, who was taking shelter in Tiruchirappalli by English, right? So now English people brought Muhammad Ali and made him as Nawab of Carnatic. Muhammad Ali, the son of Anvaruddin. And here,